Welcome to the fourth module of the Hypatia Investathon. We are delighted you are ready to start investing. In this module, we will discuss model portfolios a beginner investor can use. We will use the concepts we have discussed in the first three modules, starting with a budget, paying down expensive debt, and building an emergency fund as fundamental financially healthy habits. Next, we discuss the superpower of compounding, time in the market, not timing the market. And lastly, the importance of diversification, not putting all your eggs in one basket. Finally, we discussed how starting with a Roth IRA and investing 90% of your money in diversified ETFs is a great place to start. That is what Warren Buffett does with his wife's portfolio. So, how does that translate to a beginner's portfolio? We will describe what a model portfolio is first. A model portfolio is a preset selection of investments that follow a particular strategy. So, for example, if you are following the 90-10 rule, a model investment would have 90% of your total portfolio in broadly diversified equity ETFs. Remember, those ETFs hold a lot of different eggs. But what about different baskets? Hypatia believes a great way to start is to invest in companies of different sizes, small, large, and depending on the size of your portfolio, medium too. As your portfolio grows, you might want to diversify with some international stocks as well. So, while your model portfolio may change as your assets grow and your risk awareness and appetite changes, we believe a great place to start is in a portfolio that is fully invested in equities. Since you will be building your emergency fund as well, that can count as your 10% cash and cash equivalents until your portfolio grows. Back to asset allocation, what if you are just starting with $150? We have a potential model portfolio for that. With $150, you can split your investment between large, medium, and small cap ETF by buying one share of each and adding to that as your portfolio grows. For example, with $150 as of July 2025, you could buy one share of SCHX, the ticker symbol for the Schwab US, large cap ETF, which has a share price that is under $100. Many of the larger large cap ETFs have share prices above $500. In addition, you could buy one share of SPMD, which is the ticker for SPDR Portfolio S, and P400 Midcap ETF. And finally, you could buy one share of SPSM, which is the ticker for S&P DR Portfolio S and P600 Small Cap ETF. This would give you a portfolio that had large, medium, and small cap stocks for approximately $150 at 000. Now, to add the final lesson of the Module 3, Investing Your Values, you could alter that investment portfolio to align with a vision where chief executive officers who were women and men were found in almost equal proportions. How could we do that? By changing your small cap allocation to 40% of your portfolio and changing it to the Hypatia Women CEO ETF with the ticker symbol WCEO. The WCEO invests in American public companies with female chief executive officers. Its investment thesis is that women CEOs will outperform. Why? In today's corporate world, it is harder for women to become CEOs. To do so, they must overcome additional obstacles and be better than the average CEO who is currently male. Therefore, the female CEOs who do make it are by definition above average. If you agree with this thesis, Hypatia has created a model portfolio that is balanced at the CEO level between women and men. For example, suppose your portfolio is now $500 through a combination of additional deposits and appreciation, which means your investments went up in value. In that scenario, you might want to allocate 30% or $150 to SCHX, 30% or $150 to SPMD, and 40% or $200 to WCEO. Because SCHX and SPMD are about 10% women CEOs, your portfolio would balance to an even 50-50 split. Your portfolio can reflect your vision of an equal world. Gender equality is not the only value you can add to your portfolio. In the large cap space, there are many ETFs that are meant to invest in strategies that aligns with specific values. This is one way of putting your money where your mouth is. We have given one example, but we urge you to look at other ways of values investing. Just make sure to look at the actual investments, as it is important to know that the fund does what it says it will do. All ETFs disclose significant information on their websites, including prospectuses, holdings, and a toll-free number for additional questions. We hope this has given you the tools to start your first portfolio. We look forward to continued interaction as your investment journey progresses. And remember, the Hypatia Investathon is an educational program meant to get you started on your journey. It is not investment or tax advice, nor is it a specific recommendation for any security. It is all about learning what is possible. Let's keep going. If you want to get started, the probable first step is opening a Roth IRA. Please consider starting your Roth IRA, or other investing account through the link in the description below to help Hypatia Invest continue to provide the financial literacy program free of charge. Hypatia only works with brands we believe in.